Hi, my name is Juliet Moniz. I'm a senior year theater major with a focus in directing and literature, and I'm from Maui, Hawaii. I chose to study theater primarily because it's a universal tool for connection between all ages, all identities. It doesn't matter who you are or what you're capable of. Theater is such a useful tool to combat differences in perspective. It is so hard in our society and in our day to understand somebody else, but seeing it firsthand is an experience that no other craft can give other than theater. And so I personally believe that it's the solution to all the world's problems, because if we can connect, then we can understand and we can solve all those problems. My path in theater started in high school. I had a wonderful drama teacher named Mr. Kepler who actually lived down the street from me, and he introduced it to me. My very first play was called Cry the Banshee. I had one line, as it usually starts, and I still remember it. And I grew and grew through that, backstage, on stage, did every single production all 4 years of high school. And by the time I got to my senior year, I realized that there's nothing else I want to do other than theater, specifically teaching theater. So naturally, parents always want you to quote unquote like reach for the highest goal. So they were thinking like pediatrician, lawyer. My family describes me as a very driven and detail-oriented person. So naturally they thought I would be more akin to those types of jobs. After working in the industry so long and practicing my craft from a very young age, they realized that I'm not meant for anything else, and this is my true passion and meaning in life. I specifically remember showing a picture to my dad a few months ago where I was actively in a directing class, like teaching someone, instructing them, and my dad commented on just how much focus was in the photograph and how everyone looked like they were having a good time, and it finally clicked for him that it's not about money and it's not about fame or things like that. It's about what you're doing and having meaning to it. Well, first of all, being a theater student at the University of Southern Maine is the best. I literally moved all the way from Hawaii to be in this program. But in general, being a theater student is about actively learning about your craft every single moment of the day and then applying it and experimenting with it in a safe environment. Also, being a theater student means branching out to other areas. So for example, I started theater primarily in stage management, and I've branched out to performing, I've branched out to directing, literature, playwriting, all those other aspects, and it's just becoming the complete performer, stage manager, whatever job you want to do in theater. It's rounding out all those things while also getting firsthand experience, whether it be within the department that you are studying in or going out to other organizations. So for example, I currently work at the Children's Museum and Theater of Maine. I'll be a stage manager for their upcoming season, and I've performed in 2 of their productions this year. So it's about practicing it and applying it and being safe in that space and not being judged. So I consider myself a Jacqueline of all trades, and so I enjoy practicing every aspect of the craft so I can work in multiple disciplines, work in multiple jobs, but my ultimate goal is to work in children's theater, or TYA, which is Theater for Young Audiences. I really want to work in that because Theater for Young Audiences is always about that first experience a child has with theater and the arts, and it only takes one really engaging person or one really engaging play to just open up a child's eye to all the amazing possibilities within theater, and I think it's such a foundation in our society, especially with kids. And so I just want to continue on that track of working in TYA and directing in TYA and all those other aspects. Maybe a little performing on the side, but yeah. I would say go for it. You have nothing to lose, and you have so much time and room to experiment. You may think, oh my God, I have to either decide to be a designer or I have to decide to be a performer, or you might even be like, is theater the job I want to do? Just try it. You have so much time in the world, and you only limit yourself by saying you have to choose something. So experiment and find out what you love, and it's the only way to be truly happy. And I would say if you're considering being a theater student, definitely be a theater student at USM, because the faculty, staff, and other students are all here for the same reason. And more than anything, just enjoy it, because it'll all work out.